We live on YouTube. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome.
Oh, girl, no, ain't nobody even on here yet.
All right, but still, when they go back and watch it, they don't
Shatia,
want to hear that shit.
please,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
please. Don't. That's too early for that shit, man. I'm serious.
So last week we spoke about discipline.
Mm.
And we spoke about discipline on all aspects, but everybody was more involved when we started discussing discipline with their children.
All right.
Everybody like was into it, asking questions and
You're
everything
gonna have
like
to close
that.
the door. Because your son is in there wilding.
So if you missed last week, go check it out either on YouTube or on Facebook. Mainly YouTube. Like and subscribe YouTube channel,
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
T and Boss Speak.
Okay.
This week we're gonna be speaking about the build up to marriage. So basically relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We did relationships our very first video, but we didn't really get to touch everything like on all aspects because everybody was so involved. Everybody was talking, discussing, and everything like that. So it was like almost an hour and a half, and I was like extremely long. So we're basically doing a part two of relationships, but it's pretty much going to be more of us speaking on us versus other relationships and the things we do to where our relationship can build up and lead to a successful marriage and what others do to become married.
Yeah, or the steps taken to get married. Or, when you're engaged and you're in the process of it, figuring out what works in your relationship.
So as you guys tune in and you like what we speak on and discuss, share this video.
We're gonna wait like a minute or two before we start going into depth.
We're just trying to let other people tune in and join. So tune in and join. Last week it was supposed to have been mainly just about discipline, but me and him kind of went back and forth a little
We
bit.
didn't go back and forth.
What do we do?
We had a discussion.
We had a discussion, but we kind of went back and forth.
No, we did not. You stated a point. I stated a point. I reiterated my point. You stated yours, and that was it.
Back and forth.
No, see, when women give the notion of back and forth, y'all make it seem like somebody's going back and
That's
forth.
your opinion.
Okay, that's my opinion. So we had a discussion.
We went back and forth. It wasn't that we went back and forth in a negative way. We went back and forth. Like we just pretty much went back and forth. That was it. Okay, so you take the lead on this one.
But I just want to understand something. Back and forth doesn't lead to going forward. That's why I don't like to use that term. We had a discussion and we moved forward from that, right?
Back and forth. What is the last word?
but if we're gonna go back and forth,
that's going to lead to going forward.
No,
Look,
it's not.
shit y'all doing now. Exactly.
I just
Exactly.
don't understand what you're saying there. All right, so now what are we really discussing again?
The build up to like a successful marriage. And
Oh yeah.
other
So
people do that.
like right now, I think me and you are in that weird space right now, right?
What you mean by that?
Like to me, it's like we've been doing this together thing for how many years now?
About 7-ish.
Yeah, so now it's at the space now where like you found your own happiness so you could be happier within a relationship. I have my own happiness. We're both excelling. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's more like, what now? Because of how we both feel about marriage, right?
Yeah.
You're laughing. Did I
But
say
we
something?
feel the way we feel about marriage because we just feel like when we're ready, we'll get there. Like we still have a lot of other things to do within ourselves in a relationship. Like basically, like you're working on you, you're building your growth, you're getting your credit together.
Mhm.
Is it done? Are you done?
Hell no. That's
That's
why I
why
said
we're
this is a
not-
weird place. It's more so now, like, this is the first time with
You
me. You want, go ahead.
No,
you
go
talk.
ahead.
This is the first time with me where, like, I don't feel we need to put as much as we used to into the relationship because it's working. It's more so
No,
like
yeah,
it's
I
on the
agree.
road. So when I say it's a weird place, we normally always have to work on a relationship.
Yeah.
Right now, it's more so like the relationship is here and we're just trying to get everything else up there.
Yeah.
Like, the money is already there, communication is there. Now it's like the stuff in the background. You know, that second
Yeah.
annual income getting better to where like a marriage won't be an issue. Like that's that weird place where you've never been.
But the good thing I feel like about us is that we content. The reason why we are here and is still, where we are, because we still do stuff to stay in a relationship,
What do you
like
mean
to
by
keep
that?
the relationship. So basically, how we started, like things that we were doing to get into this relationship,
No, I don't agree with that.
we kind of do now.
I don't agree with that.
Like I'm saying, like the little stuff. We still go on dates. We still go out to eat. We still try to go like party every now and again. We still try to, switch up the sex.
Yeah, I think more so it's more so like we found when we started over, we found what worked versus us relying on the past.
Mm-hmm. You're a big Draco out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like this is a weird place for me. I've never been in a relationship this long.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really started my own family. Like this is all new material for me.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really know what's going to work. Or
All right. Remember when we spoke about the marriage? We basically spoke about like what would be different from a marriage into just a relationship overall. We said the level of respect. Like people feel like you should have a level of respect in a relationship, and you should. But we were just saying like it should be like just a little more. Like it should be a little more.
More what? Like that's
more
what.
Respect. Like it's a hint
Like,
of.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
we do give each other nothing but respect. But I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
saying,
why I'm like I don't know. Like what's next besides marriage? Like what's that space in between the marriage and the relationship and getting to there? What's that? Can you tell? Can you explain it to me? That's why I said I want to talk about
because we
something
feel
we
the
both
same
don't know
way.
nothing about.
We feel the same way about marriage.
Well, I mean, my views slightly change on marriage now. I feel like with the money and just becoming successful, a man needs a wife. Whether I believe in a fairy tale of marriage or everything's gonna last forever, to be a respectable
It's not that we
person-
ever disagreed with
I
marriage.
never
We
said-
never
I'm
disagreed.
just saying my
It was
views have changed.
just- yeah.
Like now it's more so like remember before I was like I just don't see a point. I see a reason to be married. I see a reason to want to become married. It's just so more like now is how you get there.
Like from where we are right now.
Yeah, like how do you get there?
That's a good question. I don't
That's-
really have an answer.
That's
to
why I
that
say yo,
outside
like,
of
if
already
we was
being
gonna talk, if we
engaged.
were gonna discuss something today, let's discuss something where we're not very knowledgeable on. Like this is new.
Yeah,
I don't know how to go about this shit.
we would have to ask people that's married. A lot of my Facebook people.
Anybody in here married? That's in here right now. Is anyone married
No,
or have been married?
no,
Man,
exactly.
that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you get advice about stuff like this?
Marriage counseling.
Yeah, but
But that would be
makes
for
me
people
feel like,
that's already married.
No. I heard. You know what's crazy? Somebody told me about that. That we should try that. A good friend of mine was like, "Yo, yeah, I should try to take the steps towards that." I just feel like if we talking to a counselor, that's like I feel like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's like you crazy if you talking to a counselor. That's just how I feel.
No, you're not. Some people need advice from a specialist. Some people need advice from a person that actually, went to school and graduated in that field. So it's not that you're crazy.
So what's holding you back from being married right now? I know you did not expect me to ask you that, did you? Like you look dumb.
Us still getting our things in order. So my credit is not where I feel like it needs to be as of yet for us to be married. My savings is not where I feel like it needs to be for us to be married because I
Without
feel
a
like
number, where do you feel it should be?
I can't really specify like without a number,
Mhm.
but I'm close.
Okay.
I'm close. I'm close as far as credit wise,
Yeah,
saving
you
and
stepping your
everything.
shit up. You
I'm
stepping
still
your shit up.
like saving and everything. I'm still working on it. That's like a work in progress for me because
That's gonna take some time.
yeah, I spend like I don't have no sense.
Why?
It feels good.
That's a very good reason. I actually, when I'm upset, I tend to buy stuff. That's why I don't like being too angry. It does feel good when you spend your money on things.
Yeah,
you
it
want.
feels good, especially when you feel like you appreciate yourself. It makes you want to spend money. Like, let me show myself my appreciation.
I get that.
What's holding you back?
Definitely like my credit, because I just know like if we become a union, everything is gonna be coincide with each other. I don't want to fuck up your progress because of mine. Like I don't want to come into a marriage being the lacker.
No, I know what you mean because I feel that same exact
Yeah,
way.
like I want to come in with my shit up. You already know what it is, and the same with you. So definitely that. and my patience. Like I'm really trying to work on my patience, and that takes time.
Yeah.
Like when I don't like something, I don't like it at all. I have to work on that thing.
And honestly, what's holding me back is the cost of a marriage and a wedding.
Oh, I'm not really focused on that anymore.
I am. I
Because
want
I'm not doing
a big extravagant.
and that's exactly what the fuck I'm not doing. That's why I'm not worried about it. I'm not doing that. That doesn't make any sense. And it's no reason to hold back the future for one day of stupid spending. Why can't you do something beautiful within a reasonable price that's not too big?
So get
Why does
married
it
up
have
on a
to be-
vacation or
I
something?
didn't say that, but why you have to get married big and extravagant?
Okay, so even if it's not like a big wedding where there's gonna be like a bunch of people, I still want a beautiful ass dress.
Okay.
I still want like the whole shebang.
Okay.
And then what?
And then you can still get married. To me, that's not the.
What do you call a little like nothing crazy?
I don't think we should be spending over $10,000 on a wedding.
Okay, so I'm asking you, what do you think would be like? Okay, so what did that like consist of?
Like we can get a small little spot that's beautiful. The close family members and friends. You understand, people that really supported everything and keep that there, and have somebody plan it that makes it small and unique and beautiful. We don't have to go rent out this and drive everybody here and do that. You don't have to do that.
I never even said that that's what I wanted to
You
do.
didn't-
I
I
want
didn't say
a big extravaganza.
That costs big extravaganza money. What's the sense of doing that when you can have something that's more meaningful?
I want a beautiful wedding.
See? That's what
So
hold me back. I don't agree with that. I just don't. What's the sense of spending all the money for that one time when we got our whole future?
all right, so what you have in mind will be a beautiful wedding. It would just be
Yes.
like beautiful,
It will be beautiful, but it won't be big.
breathtaking, beautiful.
Yeah, but it won't be big.
I'm cool with that.
See the difference? See what happens when you talk? You
I
see?
want a beautiful ass wedding.
Somebody wrote, "What about just having a big reception?" I mean, yo, we went to a wedding in Virginia, right?
Mhm.
It was at a beautiful home. They set the home up lovely. They had entertainment. They brought in the New Year first, and then they did the reception, right?
Mhm.
To me, that was dope.
Mhm.
I don't want to do it just like that because that's somebody else's thing. But I thought that was cool. It
That
wasn't
was
no
beautiful.
need for no big stuff, and it wasn't all of that.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, like it's 2019.
I don't mind that. That's the thing. I don't mind like a big reception, like a little wedding, you know, immediate family and friends, and then like having like a big
Party.
Yeah, like a big reception.
You want a party?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think that that's dope.
Yeah.
But it's like at the reception, will I have on my dress?
So that's my thing. How much money would y'all spend on a wedding dress?
I don't know. I have to start looking at wedding dresses. I never even looked at wedding dresses because I didn't see us getting married no time soon. So I didn't look into that.
I just thought that was odd. If you knew you always wanted a nice one, you would mentally put in your mind just to know it at the frame.
I have no idea. Didn't look into that. Didn't look into that at all.
But she knows she want that. You see what I talk about with y'all? Fucking crazy.
Mika said that is still spending a lot of money.
Yeah, but it is still spending a lot of money, but it's not as much as what's desired.
Why do you say that?
Why? Because it's like this. Like, yo, if I want something, like if I want a chain, and I know my chain costs 5 racks, if I could get one for 2, I could take that and spend that 3 on something else that'll make me more money. You understand what I'm saying? So I already look at marriage or the wedding is going to be expensive. There's no way coming around that. It's not cheap if you want something nice.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't gotta go overboard, and that could be spent on the honeymoon.
But that's what I was saying.
everything else.
Period. I didn't feel like what I want as a big extravaganza as being overboard. If you get like a beautiful place, and I get my beautiful dress, you get what you want to wear, and I get my makeup, my hair, and everything done. Whether it's a huge place or like even like with Connor's with the baby shower. That I'm not saying I will have a wedding there, but I wanted a space big enough for everybody to come and enjoy themselves. I feel the same thing about the wedding. Like I want to have a space to where we can get married and have a decent reception.
Well, what do you guys think? Is that
About
something that's
what?
I'm talking just anything in terms of that in general? Is the wedding a big thing to you, or is the ceremony itself, or is the marriage itself? Because I think that's where a lot of people come into the clash. Because I know typically the man is supposed to pay for all of that, right? That's cool. I understand that. I don't agree
Really?
with that. That's how it used to go. But I just don't see the sense in going into debt just so you can be happy for one day.
No, I know. I
I
disagree
don't-
with
I
that.
don't agree
I
with that
wouldn't
at all.
want to do that.
I just don't. I don't keep. Yes, keep. Somebody wrote, yeah, keep the dress on, enjoy yourself. A big reception is a lot of money as well. That's true. Everybody's saying keep your dress on. I say 7 to 10,000. I'm getting married February 2020. Hey, who's this?
That's Lisa.
The Queen Lisa, and that's my price limit. That's exactly what I already told myself in my head. A set price.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find a planner if we choose to ever do that. This is my price. I'm not giving no more, no less. Make it work and show me my options.
Okay, so I mean,
So that's
if
what I'm
we
saying.
are
Like,
discussing marriage.
no, I just always told
we
myself
can
as a man. I already knew what I was gonna do if that ever came to the table.
Okay, make sure we get an invitation to the wedding. That's on with the podcast.
Yep. She said. So is $5,000 on a dress a good price?
I don't know. I will have to look into wedding dresses. I have no idea. I cannot say what. I mean, that sounds outrageous, but I don't know because I know wedding dresses are expensive.
Can't you rent one? Would you consider that?
I don't know. I know you can rent tuxedos.
Yeah,
I
like,
wouldn't
why
mind
would you
renting
not-
a dress. I
you
don't
only
give a
gonna
fuck
wear
if I
this shit
gotta get
one
that
time,
shit back.
right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I don't know. Oh, you tripping. Wedding dress. A dress with dripping Dracos. I'm sorry. Alright, so cool. So let's, on a serious note, what's the things that you feel like you're lacking that you need to work on besides that credit shit? I'm talking about the relationship to get to marriage. Where do you know you're lacking in the relationship? And when I say lacking, it doesn't mean like you're not doing it all. You just know there's room for improvement. She's not used to this. Sorry, y'all. I flipped the script this week.
I would have to honestly think of that because I changed a lot, and I changed for the better of me and for us in this relationship.
Which way you feel you changed?
I had to change like my ways overall, like the stingy, the I had to change like a lot. Like I had to change the tit for tat. I had to change my respect level in the relationship. So I had to change a lot. So it's like it's difficult for me to think right now as to what I feel I need to work on because I feel like I'm good right now in this relationship. As far as like everything that needs to be done in a relationship to build up to a marriage, like I feel like I'm doing what I need to do.
I didn't expect you to say that. It's cool.
And you?
Me? I feel like I need to work on controlling myself.
Like what?
Like that's why I don't like to get emotional anymore. I don't know if you know this. Like when I feel away about something, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm not gonna say nothing else at all. I feel like before I used to let my emotions take control because I never liked to show them. So when they would come out, it would just be all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely told myself I'm not doing that shit no more at all. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. I just don't see the point in doing so. It's not gonna help us. You're gonna see Tia when you go dress shopping. That's really nice dresses are costly. Yeah, I knew that. That's why I've been asking on your.
Yeah, I definitely knew that dresses were going to be expensive. I honestly just never knew how much it would be. But if a bomb ass dress that I fall in love with is $5,000, that's what the hell I want. That's what I'm going to get.
Bomb ass dress.
Yeah.
Bomb. Alright. I mean it varies. That's dope, Tia. Somebody wrote, "Hey guys, what's the topic?"
Hi. The topic today is like relationships building up to marriage.
Yeah, this is like a open space for us because
Yeah, this is us giving you guys the floor, and this is us trying to take the floor and trying to figure out because we don't really know what we're missing to build up to a marriage. So we're kind of asking you guys your opinions and what you guys think, and we're just pretty much speaking abroad. So like our very first live was about relationships, and we pretty much touched on all aspects of a relationship, but it's just that we got a lot of responses in that, so it was going on for almost 2 hours, so we had to cut it short, and we said that we'll do a part 2 to relationships, so this is pretty much like the part 2. So if you guys have any questions about the first live that we did pertaining to relationship, a good relationship, a successful relationship, we can get into that as well. But this live was more so about different things building up to a marriage, or what is the next step right before marriage and things like that.
And somebody wrote, you might get someone to make you one or design a dress. Like it's slightly cheaper and it allows you to be more creative.
I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. I do.
But I guess I'm not a woman. I don't really give a fuck about the dress.
What you care about?
Marriage.
You gonna care about that dress when you see me walking down the aisle.
Yeah, okay. You can walk down the aisle in a regular white dress. You're walking down the aisle to me to get married. Nobody give a fuck about what. If I give a fuck about what you got on, we wouldn't be together. That's why. That's why I said I'm
It's
different.
just still the like.
Yeah, I get that. I just don't. I'm not like big on it. It's not gonna make or break me if it's not the most beautiful dress. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I still will want it to be beautiful overall.
Somebody wrote, "I want to get married, but I have a lot to work on." So fix it.
Like what? No, but like what? What
Yeah,
do
but
you
like
have to
fix
work on?
it.
Like what?
And this is Lila B. I want to get married, but I have a lot to work on. Like what? Like what do you got to work on, or what haven't you fixed already?
That's a good question. The next person.
What would you consider a good relationship? Me personally, what I consider my relationship right now. Where we're not, where it's like, yo, we wake up happy, go to sleep happy. If we have a disagreement, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And we can give each other space and get over it.
If you missed last week's live,
and we're not childish anymore. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm still mad about that shit. I ain't fucking with you today. Or nah, I still remember what you did 2 years ago. I'm gonna get you back, and like that type of corny shit.
I feel like.
Oh, I care about shoes too.
You do care about shoes.
Now you better have some good shoes.
And you going to make sure you have some good shoes.
I'm simple. I already know where to go. See
my
me?
opinion on my opinion on a good relationship is a relationship, of course, like ours now, but it took time for us to get here. So I would say respect, having respect, valuing your spouse, appreciating your spouse, communication, genuine love, self-love.
When you say genuine love, what do you mean by that?
I mean like natural, genuine, not forcing it, not oh, okay, well, you know, I love this person, but all of these fuck ups is happening, so it's like, let me just continue to keep giving chances and keep trying to fix it, keep trying to make it work, and keep trying to do things like that, and then noticing that those things are not changing, those things are not working. There's a lot of people that love a person, and then that person doesn't love them as much as they love that person. So, like, for instance, an example, I love you, but you don't love me as much. To me, it's not genuine enough. Like, we need at least the same type of level or more on one side. And I say that because, for instance, if I'm hurting you and you love me and you want to give me a chance to fix it, you want to give me a chance to make it work, so you speak on a situation and I don't fix this, and now here I am fucking up on something else again. So it's like, now you got to work on what you're still trying to get me to fix, plus that, plus that, plus that. So where's my love for you? Where's the respect that I have for you? That's what I mean by genuine love. Can you understand? Or?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I understand you. But when we asked the young lady about what she needs to work on, she said, my attitude is so terrible. I'm trying to work on how to speak to my mate when I'm upset. I don't understand why that's so difficult for you guys.
The same reason why you tend to shut down when you're upset, opposed to having that discussion and speaking about why you're upset.
Because it won't lead to any extra shit. Her talking like that is going to lead to extra shit.
That was me. I've had a bad attitude.
And I never understood that.
I
you would rather argue than not talk.
Yeah, because arguing is a form of communication.
Oh God, but it's not a positive one.
It's still a form of communication.
That is true, but
it's better than shutting down and not speaking at all.
Okay.
And having both parties confused or not understanding as to what's going on. When you shut down and don't know what's going on, nobody's speaking on the issue, nobody's speaking on what the problem is, you're not going to fix or get anything done. Arguing, you're yelling, you're upset, you're saying shit that is coming out.
And
things that you might have
fixing or getting anything done.
Not necessarily. That's not everybody. Okay. That's not everybody.
Okay.
That's
I just feel like if we're arguing and going back and forth, we're not getting anything done.
Some people they are like that, but some people it's not like that.
Okay. She also wrote, but I'm very irrational when I'm upset. I can understand that.
Yeah.
And you got to work on finding out what makes you upset so you don't get there. That's the trick. That's the key.
What?
Like, know your tempers, know
your
limits. I already know stuff that's going to push me over the board. I'm not even touching that. I'm not going there. I'm not even allowing myself to go
Lisa said, communication, you got to be ready to put shit on the table and not think too much into things.
Mm.
That's true.
That
What's
is
the next
true.
one after?
Which one? The way y'all look at each other, y'all goals for real, for real. Oh, when you don't see us, we don't want to look at each other. Or when I give Shatia that look with the utmost disgust.
What is that?
Hold on, I'm done laughing.
No laughing. Get it together. And what does that look? That's the look?
Son, when I'm just look like the beyond disgusted, son.
Oh, you look at me like that?
That's how I would look at you. I know how I felt. I would just be some like that look. When y'all get to that point, y'all gotta talk. Like when you start feeling like that, how long y'all been together? Well, we spoke on that prior. How long we been together to you?
Like 7 years. We
Because her
broke up.
timeline's different than mine.
We broke up like a 7 months.
Somebody wrote, I don't think you can really control how you talk when you have attitude. Yo, I watched this.
Agree.
I disagree. I watched this YouTube video about couples, and they was like, yo, you know what you should try to do? Record your conversation with your spouse. The reason I say that, if you listen to yourself talk when you're being irrational, you're never going to want to talk like that again. I secretly recorded myself talking to Tia one time, and I was listening to the stuff I was saying, and when I was cool, I won't even ever say that again. I won't even mention that again.
See,
I
but
won't
that's
talk like that
that's
again.
a good suggestion for people who. So maybe later that can help you out.
Yeah.
But prior to you knowing that, that's not something that you would have thought to do. And
No, but
sometimes
no,
you would
this
say
is help.
certain shit or kick certain doors down when you're extremely upset. And then when you're not upset, you're mad that you can't close the door. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's the same thing. With
I
us
know
as
you
women.
don't want to shoot shots.
No, I'm not
girl.
shooting shots.
You just shot
I'm
it.
just saying, it's the same thing with us as women. When we have an attitude, we say certain shit. I know there's a lot of people that, when they're upset, they say shit that they don't mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or like, they say real hurtful shit. You know what I mean?
You looking at me?
So,
for?
no, I'm just saying, like, I'm just making a suggestion.
I know what you do or used to do.
Exactly.
Somebody wrote, I'd rather shut down, because if you argue and say the wrong thing, ain't no coming back from that sometimes. And
That's true.
that's how men think. Why I'm gonna shut down? Because I'm gonna say some shit that's not going to help. I'm gonna regret it. I'd rather
So you
not
see
say
how you
nothing
just said
at
that's
all.
how men think, and you see how we think? That's why there's a balance. That's why there is a balance.
There is no balance with y'all.
There is a balance, because maybe that's something that I need to work on, and you, because that's how it used to be. I used to have an attitude, and I used to be pissed, say certain shit, get upset and everything, and you would shut down. And now look at us, we don't do that, neither one of those things.
I don't need
We
to.
speak, but we speak on an issue now immediately. We talk about it.
Okay. Someone, yes, I like that. Yeah. Oh, I never thought something like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, like when you hear yourself talking outside of character, or you,
But I feel like
start
people
to
should do that with anybody.
No,
For
but
instance,
not-
at work, if you feel like you're about to have an argument with like a coworker or something, also still try to seek.
Yeah, and it really shows you and tells you like who was listening. Like if I re-listen to our conversations, I can tell from the outside if you were listening to what I was saying or if I was listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get progress, you gotta do and try things you've never done before. Right? You a little cold?
Yes.
You can close the window.
Thank you.
You put the heater on.
Yeah, but you got the. Well, I don't know why you had the window cracked.
So
and
why-
it's 0 degrees.
Because I was hot. I told you to put your
Oh,
Uggs
take your
on.
sweater off. I'm not putting my Uggs on in the house. Take your.
Now
sweater
you don't
off.
want to wear your Uggs in the house.
If you're hot, now
I'm not
we
hot.
walk around the house with shoes on.
I didn't say that, but if you're cold, put that on.
No, we don't walk around.
Don't
the
it
house
have
with
wool
shoes
or fur inside?
on. Do we walk around the
You're not
house
gonna
with what
be-
we wear outside?
You're not gonna be walking around anyway. You're gonna be sitting right here, love.
Oh my gosh.
Kill me. Nah, fuck my coworker.
Well, it was just a suggestion.
No, like, but if you're a manager, let's say, or you're in a position of seniority or importance, you can't just talk to your workers a certain
That
way.
happened
You have
before.
to
That
control
happened
yourself.
before when I was at work. The manager recorded a situation with her and a CSR, and that CSR ended up getting fired because of like the things that
And
was
that
being said. Right. And it was like that was her only backup that she had.
You know what people take for granted, or what I used to? Remember before when you had a job and you used to just curse everybody out, be like, fuck it, I don't gotta work here no more? You can't do that shit now.
Because that's considered a portion of sexual harassment.
Not even that, like, you're a boss.
Oh, me? you
Yeah,
said.
like me, like
Oh, yeah,
if we
no,
were both, you
I
can't
like
just
that.
you can't just lose your job and it's cool and it's okay because we're older now. Remember before,
I
fuck
say-
this job, I ain't never coming back.
But and that's also because a lot of people weren't living on their own, paying their
Yeah,
own bills and
the
things like
discipline.
that. That shit starts to change once you're paying your own bills and doing things like that. Like, thank you, Serena.
Yes, we got some great things. You guys are so cute together. That's great. Now
If I
y'all know
said
me,
your
but
name
I
right, I'm
changed.
sorry.
You ain't changed. You one of those 2019s. New
But-
me. New year, new me. Fuck. The new first few days of the month. Next week, y'all back to y'all foolishness. Get out of here. Crazy.
But
What?
we were saying prior to recording.
Like really listening to it to understand if you're listening to your spouse.
Oh yeah.
Because I think of so many times, like I know before, in the past when I used to talk to Tia, I would listen to her, but I wasn't trying to dissect what she was saying until after. Because she wasn't never trying to understand where I was coming from. I would say one thing, she'll get her own idea, run with that, and come back with some
What?
nonsense.
Or you would switch my words.
That's a lie. You do that
That's
to me.
true. No, you did that to me. You would be like, oh, but you just said, no, that's not what the fuck I just said.
And I would say, okay, you didn't say that.
Yeah,
Let
and
me show
that
you
sounds
how
like
I
you being
understand.
sarcastic.
See? You see?
This is the past, though. We don't even gotta get.
That's
into
what I
all
used
that,
to
'cause we're
mean.
not like
Like,
that anymore.
no, when I try to tell you, like, if that's what you want, you know what? I take that back. You always think I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, because you'll be like, all right, cool.
Okay.
Like, nigga, we were just yelling. Like, how
So
was like, all
now-
right, cool,
what-
that's
I see
that,
that's
like,
not,
not regular.
I see that's not going anywhere. Okay, cool. You said what you said. I agree with what I said. It's not why we gonna keep going in circles. If we had a Tia way, we would fight all day.
That is not
Until
true.
she
I know
understand.
you were in a fight
Until
all day.
she understand. Or until she think I understand what she understand. And that's the shit that gets me tight.
That's true.
That's stupid.
I just be wanting you to like I said last week. I be needing you to understand, and also I would like to understand you. So if I don't understand you, I need to talk about this until I
But I
understand
also
you.
told you too,
Like, thoroughly
sometimes
understand
I
you.
said sometimes like yo, you might not understand me. You're not going to understand me sometimes. And
But
I
I
don't
want
see a
to.
problem.
You don't see a problem with that, but I want to understand you.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
All right. So what we talking about next? Because she's clearly on her craziness. Right there.
Yeah. We was also talking about what makes a good relationship.
Oh yeah, good sex.
I agree.
I totally agree. If you're not being
Money.
satisfied,
Money.
finances in general.
We spoke about this prior to, but we'll also.
And when I say money, I'm not saying you have to have a lot of it. You just have to have your own finances in order. Like
Mhm.
I got no problem saying, yo, I can't afford that, or that's not the type of lifestyle we could live. But I want to make sure we're able to do the things we want to do,
Mhm.
and if we budget and prioritize, we could do what we aim to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But definitely, like, I'm not gonna come in, nah, you can't do this, or I can't do, nah. There's a certain set of things like we just want to always do. Period.
Mhm.
We're never not gonna want to eat what we don't want to eat, stuff like that. Like, so having your finances in order. What advice would you give a person that's just 2 years in a relationship?
That's a decent amount of time. But advice on what though?
Figure out what's working and stick to that.
But my question is, what advice would we give a person that's just 2 years in a relationship?
I'm
Are you
telling
guys
you.
good? Are you guys bad?
Even
Like,
if
what?
they're not, whatever is working, put your energy into that. Stop looking for something. Stop searching for what's not
Give
working.
us a little more detail too, so we could
Focus on what's
answer you
working.
thoroughly.
Focus on what's working. Why is good sex so important?
Because whack sex leads to, I know when you're married they say infidelity, but whack sex can lead to cheating. That's my opinion. Why do you feel like good sex is? And to me, good sex is a form of communication. Good sex is also a form of chemistry.
I never looked at it
It's a
like that.
level of love. That's my opinion. You have some good sex, like you in love with a person, y'all have good sex. It's just like the sex is different. Like you get a different type of, I guess, nut or whatever you want to call it. I'm
What
trying
the
to think of a decent way to say it, but
Climax?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
that's still okay. You get a better type of climax when you have good sex with a person that you're in love with, opposed to just fucking or just getting fucked. Would you agree with this, man?
It depends.
You're nuts with me versus you're nuts with prior women.
It depends. It varies. Here we go. Look, it depends and varies. Like, to me, our best sex wasn't when we was in love and happy.
It was when we was mad at each other?
No,
When was it?
when we're just cool. Not us. Oh, hey. When we are just regular.
Mm-hmm.
When we got a balance, where it's nobody doing the extra shit, nobody doing the corny shit, and it's just flowing.
So me making you come versus your previous women making you come.
Here we go. What about it?
Better?
My connection with you is always going to allow us to have better sex than anyone else I've been with.
Okay. Thank you.
You corny.
Okay.
Nah, I think that's corny.
Okay.
But I told you that. Like as I got older, I figured out like I could fuck her if I want to. Okay. So
Hi,
what's the
twin.
point?
She said I'm twin Jen. I agree. Shanette said yes, that's a fact.
Like we are good in everything else but the sex area.
Oh, we spoke about the.
No.
You gotta tune into.
No, you have to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him what you. Yo, and you know what I don't get? Why don't you guys do that?
What?
Like, why y'all telling me, yo, look, this what I like done. This will make me come. Y'all think a man has to figure that out?
Well, you
Why?
can't be asking me that because me and you did that. Like,
Yeah, but you didn't come out and just say that either.
We were talking about it. Remember, we was texting. I was going upstairs to Mika's house, and you was texting me, and you was like, "Listen, I just want to let you know."
I told you what I was into.
Right.
Giving this how I expected.
And did I not respond to you and tell you exactly what I liked, what I wanted, and everything like that? But as we got older, things started to change. So we continued to start speaking of those things. Me and you always did that. So as far as like other people, I don't know why women don't speak to their spouse about sex. I personally feel like you should. If you getting dick down and the dick is not good enough,
So you're not getting dick down.
right?
Okay, I'm just lost. But yeah, like talk to that
Right.
person because some men don't like criticism. Then you're not with the right man. If you with a
Not
man,
necessarily
no,
not with the
that
right
isn't
man.
true. If you
Help-
with a man that can't
help
take
him like criticism.
No, you can't do that.
Teach him.
You can't
Teach him that
teach him.
criticism is okay. You can teach people that criticism is okay.
Okay.
That's like Tamia going to school and somebody telling her some shit that she need to fix, rearrange, or check, and she gets pissed off and upset. No, we're gonna talk to her in the house. Listen, if you in school and your teacher tell you that this is what you're doing wrong, don't take it personal. This is what you gotta do, and this is how you gotta fix it. You can teach that person to get criticism.
Somebody wrote, and I know who this fooliette is. Nah, if you tell a guy that they still may not have enough dick to do that. So don't stick with them. Like, hold on, this is my thing. Now, this is my thing. If you're 2 years in, you already decided if that dick is your size or not. So I don't think that applies to this situation.
Get some toys. Get a dick enlarger.
Who is you? What? That's like me telling you get a pussy you feel better. What the fuck are you
They
talking
didn't
about?
make that. They make dicks enlargers.
They make stuff where y'all can flow and y'all feel better down there.
Oh, well. As you can see a little earlier, we didn't need that.
God, you
But-
were so corny.
Am I lying?
I didn't say
Am
you
I-
were lying.
I didn't
no,
say you were?
no,
Okay.
you're not lying, but you're so corny.
As far as the sex though, on a serious note, have that discussion. Talk about the sex though. Like you, again, tune into all our other lives that we did. We did them on Facebook and also on YouTube.
Hey, hold on. Before we get that, I have something to ask. Like, so I think people are so quick to the sex is whack. What are you doing to make the sex better?
All right, let's.
That's
get
a
that.
real thing. I'm not. This not being this. Tell me if the sex is whack, right?
Is it him
What
or
are
is it
you doing as the opposite or the other person to make it better?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I learned to do, instead of pointing my fingers, let me see what I can fix first before I criticize. I've learned to do that in a relationship. So before I start saying what I don't like and what I don't want to do, what can I do first to make it better? Did you turn into the absolute freak? Did you go get the chains and the whips? Did you put him in a position
To where he
to
feels
where he
uncomfortable?
feel no? Did you put listen? This is real. Did you put him in a position to where all right, it's either he could fail or
fail?
succeed?
Oh.
That's what I mean. Like if I put everything on the table now, you either good or you're not. Have you done that? See?
Well,
I'm
we
just
can ask her.
saying.
She's
And we about to see now. Getting a cock ride and make you grow like 2 minutes at least. Cock ring. Oh my god. Okay, but what if his dick isn't that big but you still love him? That man needs to find ways to work around that. You don't gotta have the biggest dick in the world.
Mhm.
And yo, to be honest with you, having the biggest dick ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Because some women can't take
Can't
it.
take it. So it's like, yo, what's the sense of me having this large thing if I can't even do what I want? I'd rather have a normal size and learn what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that big shit, everybody, oh, I like this big thing. No, you don't. You don't like it when that shit up here and then your intestines hurting in the morning. Y'all don't like that.
Yo.
Y'all don't want that pain. Y'all want
Don't
to say
speak
it
to
because
me
it's
about
cool.
your big dick because I can take your big dick. So please, okay?
Well, I'm not even discussing that.
I'm just saying.
Thanks. So
'Cause you
that's
like,
what
y'all
I'm
don't
just
like
saying.
that. Don't turn to me.
Have a Spice it up. Somebody probably have a threesome. Nah, y'all right. It was just a joke. You know, Juliet. But right, it does take two. Like, if you feel that the sex or his size, what other ways can you be satisfied?
But as far as size, maybe this is my opinion. Like,
Right, I want to see what you about to say.
maybe if you suck it like enough and suck it real good, as he continues to get hard, you can probably stretch the skin a little more to make it like not too much bigger, but just a little big enough for you to feel the difference. You could try that.
Or it. All right, so this is my thing. Like, so if he knows, he obviously knows the size of his penis, right?
I hope so.
What else makes you come besides the penetration?
Tell him to give you some head.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I know there's numerous ways to make a woman come. Penetration isn't all that's needed.
Tell him to give you some head, and if you don't feel like feeling the little penis, well, obviously you're not feeling it, but if you don't feel like feeling it at the moment, then suck a dick till he come.
Thanks for being so vulgar. Did you check anything on? No.
I'm
not.
serious.
That's a fact, and some men can't use their big dick the right way. That is true. Like, that's true too. Sometimes your size could be a handicap.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I feel like, yo, if the connection is there, it can make up for the lack.
Yeah.
Like, this may not be the best sex I ever had, but
But to me, that's on a big dick or small dick.
Yeah, but it's good.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? It may not be the best sex, because sometimes the best sex you ever had probably is with the person that is not meant to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's real. Sometimes some of the best sex you probably ever had is not the person you want to make a wife. And that's why I say, like, that's why sex is important, but it doesn't make or break it. Y'all gotta find a balance.
But I feel like it's so many different options out there. Like, as far as like toys, gadgets, all types of shit. Read them, baby.
All right. So somebody wrote, right, it takes two. That's a fact. Some men can't use their dick the right way. And somebody wrote and mentioned to what we were speaking of that he does do that. Or building sexual tension work to niggas gotta learn to experience. That is true. Like that tension, or you waiting and having that build up,
Mm-hmm.
and the teasing in between the day that's building up to it. That
It's also
excitement.
fun. Doing shit like that is fun. Like, we do that all throughout the day. Like, we'll play. I'll like do certain shit to him throughout the day. He don't get the pussy and things like that. But Key who's on?
Kegerator or Kegerator, am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know what that is.
It's a form of a toy, so.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, man, talk to that person. Talk to that person. Tell them what
She
what
said
you want to
what
be.
do on it.
Tell them what's keeping you satisfied. It's tightening you up and grip the dick. Hopefully you feel it more. Oh.
Oh, never. I
never knew.
Kegels.
Kegels.
Right.
Kegels.
Well, yeah, look into that. Shit.
Hey,
Get
whatever.
you one. Sorry. Definitely look into that.
Whatever works.
Yeah. So also again, what makes a good relationship? So we already said sex.
Having your finances in orders.
Mhm.
Being happy with yourself first.
Yeah, that's
Like, I used to have to. You can't teach somebody that, but you can constantly show them. You know how people like you can point something to the water, you can't make a drink. I had to show Tia Oceans. Like, yo, nobody.
No,
can
what you
make
had to
happy.
do was push my head to the water and make me drink.
Okay, cool. I wasn't doing that either. What I'm saying
But-
is, if you're not happy with yourself, you can't expect to
No,
have
that's
somebody
true.
else make you happy or be happy with somebody else. Like, you got to get yourself in order first.
That's true.
And if you need to take time on your own to figure that out,
Mhm.
because in that process, you might figure out that a relationship is just not what makes you happy.
Can you repeat for the viewers today? What are the biggest things that can break a relationship?
Finances, religion, children, and in-laws. Statistically, throughout marriages,
Also,
on
whack
research
sex.
data, yes, those are the top 4 that cause divorce and marriage. Because no matter what, like with the money, yo, if your money not right, you're not gonna be happy together. No, my finger's cold. I spelled it wrong.
Oh, what
Yo, I
was
should
it?
not. Yo, you see why she gets me upset?
Yes. Okay. Well, what did she talk about?
I don't know. She don't know her directions. Let alone spell. Look, man. Oh God, man. Make sure you always have time to make the relationship work. Go on dates, have talk, etc. Yeah, that's true.
Respect for one another. Like I said, respect is a big deal because if a dude don't have respect for a woman, she's gonna end up losing her self-respect. She's gonna end up losing herself, and the relationship is just gonna go downhill from that point on. Like,
and vice versa. Like if you don't respect your spouse, that could lead to a lot of hatred, even like down the line when things are good, because it's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? So it varies and depends, man. It's just more so figure out what you like and have somebody do it. Like that's why when somebody be like, yo, the sex is whack. Did you tell her what you like and how you like it and what you expect?
I know some people in relationships like to have sex when they drink. I wouldn't want that though. But I'm just saying.
No, I like when we drink and we have sex, but I don't.
On a regular, like, oh, the only reason we're gonna have sex is because we're drinking.
No.
Like that's crazy to me. But there's some people out there that do that. So maybe you can probably try that, and you won't even think about the fact that he's small.
That's true. That's true.
A suggestion.
Well, throw that ass back, make them work for it. Or do something, man.
Yeah, you definitely got to make it work.
Or there's always that last option. You can end the relationship for any reason you want to. Like, I think people be feeling like, oh, I can't leave this person because of that. You have every right to end the relationship. People feel like that
overall, like, I can't leave this person, or it's hard for me to leave this person. Remember I told you before, too. Like, a lot of people are scared to be alone.
That's what I'm saying. It is going to be hard, but if you feel you're not being satisfied, you can leave that relationship.
Yeah.
You might as well. You're gonna end up doing things in a relationship that ain't gonna make it work, or you're gonna end up cheating anyway.
Make some crazy shit happen in the relationship. Make it toxic. You do not want to make a relationship toxic. It can be dangerous. Read it.
Sex wise, y'all can teach each other different things. Take a gummy. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, people say, oh, that don't do drugs. Try it with your spouse. One, do it safe in the discretion of your own home.
Y'all both trust each other.
You know what I mean? You don't have
to worry about being somewhere outside of.
And y'all do your thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Or act like you don't know your spouse. Like, I'm gonna try to fuck you like I don't know you. Like I have a point.
I mean, but how with a little penis?
Play role.
We're not talking about you. What I'm saying with a
role
little penis. And a lot of men with little penises, like shrimp dicks, they have an ego. Like their shit is hanging to the floor.
Where?
So I'm gonna assume that he made you fall in love
first
before you got the D.
So focus on that aspect. And like coexist that with the love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he making you happy, that's when you should put in what you need. When you feeling like you guys are in love and you're balanced, put in what you need. So somebody wrote, it make it better sometime when you drink different moves and you get more rounds from the man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I noticed, like, when me and you, like, if we drink, we party, went out, we'll be having sex way longer than, like, us at home trying to focus on getting the kids. Or we dead ass like, fuck the kids. Like, they in the room, they sleep. Like, we don't care. You get what I'm saying? When we drinking. When we not drinking, we don't be on that. We be like, yo, we gotta hurry up. They might wake up.
And so someone wrote, Kegels is an exercise that contracts your muscles. Oh. Excuse me.
She's a freak.
Some people don't leave because they don't want to see the person with somebody else. And that has nothing to do with that person. That's all on you. I think that's the most selfish thing. I would never just stay with you because I don't want you to be with somebody else. I was never on that. You was?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes, I would not want you. I wouldn't be able to. No, you can't be with somebody else.
I'll never agree with that. But you know, I knew you was like that though, because I used to tell you like, yo, if me and you didn't work and you was happy with somebody else, I would wish you happiness. Because I love you unconditionally.
I'm not wishing you happy shit. See? If it's not with me.
Oh, that's selfishness. But you're aware of that, and I'm aware of that, so I know what to do going forward. I like the communication. What is that to do going forward?
Why? Staying together.
No, that's not what that is.
Well, what is it?
I have to prepare myself for your selfishness.
Why would you preparing yourself for my selfishness?
Because
we're never gonna
break up. This is what you see. I said selfishness, not me being with somebody else and you not wanting that. I can see that you have selfish ways to you. I need to prepare myself for that.
Okay.
See, you see, that was a perfect example what I said and what she took. And I gotta reiterate the same fact that I just stated. That's why I don't like the discussions, y'all. Because she hears what she wants to hear.
Not true.
Oh, God. Dress up sexy in costumes? Son,
Yeah, I said that.
But I can't stress that enough. Like, sometimes entice your man. Do something different. When the last time you set up for your man? I'm talking like maybe some flowers, candles, a sexy outfit.
Exactly.
When?
Exactly.
You can't say, right? They rather stay together and cheat on each other than to see them deal with somebody else.
Not
Yeah,
cool.
but I think that's so toxic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a lot of people like that. Yes, that is true.
That's gonna just cause it to be toxic. And again, like I said, when it's toxic, it becomes violent. It becomes like, it's crazy. It gets crazy. So you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to be that guy.
Or that woman.
When I say that guy, I mean guy and man, like women and
Okay,
female.
I didn't know that.
So that
I
guy.
could've
You don't
sworn
want to
a
be
guy.
that guy.
I could have sworn a guy was just a guy. But that's what I mean. Like when she'll say things, oh, that's not what I meant. And expect me to know.
I didn't say that's not what I meant.
I didn't say it like that, is what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I take that back. So when you say it like that, it still confuses me.
All right, we gotta stop this back and forth shit.
How is that bad? Yo, I'm trying to show people like how difficult it can be to be in a relationship. Your hands are freezing, baby.
Because you had the window crack, my
Oh
love.
my
It's
God,
like
you got
0 degrees
First,
outside.
you turn the heat
So let's
up.
move it over here.
Move
I
what?
tried. I put
No.
it right here.
No. Press eco. Press the eco button. Press it one more time. Press it one time, Tia. Oh my God. I got it. Tia, I got
I
it.
did.
Tia, just go back, please.
Hey guys. Okay, so what else is a form of a good relationship other than sex?
Trust.
Yeah.
I think trust go.
Trust go hand in hand with respect.
Man, but I don't feel like you gotta be
And
100. You don't
appreciation.
gotta 100% trust someone to be in a relationship.
A successful relationship, you do.
I don't. I just feel like when those issues with trust come, how you react is what's going to determine a relationship. Because I could not trust you, but not make it an issue, or won't let those little things build up to make it an insecurity with me. I feel like I'm confident enough now with the relationship to where.
Nah, I need to trust you. Sit back.
It's more so like, yo, I
Put
know
it
my
to
shit
you on
up.
YouTube.
Like I'm not young anymore. So like if I just was never a trustworthy person, so I'm never gonna give 100% trust for that to be broken. I understand people are going to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I understand sometimes trust is going to be broken. It's going to have to be worked on. And when there is a time when I feel like you're being untrustworthy, I'm going to say something about it. And how you react or how you move to that is what's going to base my definition of it.
Well, see, that's you, because I need trust.
That's
I
what
gotta
say.
trust
It
you.
varies.
I know sometimes you could be in a relationship and you happen to lose trust and you want to continue to stay with that person, but I'm going to need you to work on helping me gain that trust back with you.
Yeah, well, and see, that's what I forgot to mention too. I don't feel like I do a lot of things to make me untrustworthy. Like it's only
No,
so,
we're not really
yeah.
speaking on us.
So that's what
We're
I'm
speaking
saying.
about
Like
the
that's why I feel like that. Like, but if you do things where you make it hard for somebody to trust you, yeah, it's going to be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not doing things to make yourself untrustworthy and you don't have 100% trust, but you don't make it an issue, you know where you lack, you know what you need to work on. I think there could be a balance.
Yeah, somebody said
You know what
doctor
I
and
and
patience.
Somebody with doctor and
Loyalty.
patience, loyalty, communication, which we've been. I think trust matters. I think it does matters too, but I don't think it's going
That is a
to
big
make
deal in a relationship.
Yeah, because of what a lot of women I feel do is y'all say y'all trust him, but your actions show otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Like you could say you trust me, yet you doing a bunch of things to show you don't trust me.
Right.
So that's why like that trust thing is tricky with me. Accepting your spouse's flaws, I think that is big.
That's a big,
Yo, when I say that, accepting your
deal.
spouse's flaws
Mm-hmm.
is one of the biggest things, and that's either gonna make or break your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I say I know this idiot, I know you. You know me. You know when I get on some dickhead shit. You ever just heard some shit? You don't even lie to me right now. I know that's you, right?
Yeah.
I know you. Shut up and get out of my face.
That's
I know
me
you.
with him.
Here she go.
Like,
Here she go.
just okay.
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 So when I say, that's why when I tell you like, yo, I love you for your flaws and all, like I will leave you for your flaws because I know you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just me, but that flaws is real, man.
She says your son is being bad.
use her iPad. She got an iPad, right? You see how she trying to brush it off? But yeah, that flaws, man.
Yeah,
You gotta know
flaws
your
is a
spouse.
big deal. If you're willing to deal with your spouse's flaws, I personally feel like you shouldn't just accept them, but you should definitely speak to the person about them. And if it's something that they can't fix or even not even try to fix, then accept them.
Yeah, you gotta determine
But
if
at
that
least
flaw is
still-
detrimental to the
Right,
relationship.
exactly. It's not just about accepting the flaw. You know what I mean? Because if you accepting a flaw that can fuck up your life overall and just fuck you up overall, then I feel like you shouldn't accept that. Because
And I think it's like, yo, now being realistic, son. Sometimes, son, a relationship just not gonna work.
yeah, but
Like, some
again,
people
a lot
don't
of people
wanna-
are afraid to be
Like,
single.
yo, then that's something you gotta work on. Like, some everything not gonna last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy now while y'all in it. Make the best of it now, cause tomorrow not promised.
A
That
lot of
person might wake up
people-
tomorrow and not want you.
I'm not sure why people are afraid to be single, but I know a lot of
They
people
not
are
afraid to be single. They afraid to see that person with someone else.
And also,
It's not about that. I'm
that too,
telling
but
you.
also afraid to be
No,
single.
they not, because they can be with whoever they want. That's why I say I don't believe that people don't want to. No, people don't want to see that person
With
doing the
somebody
things
else.
that they did with you with somebody else, and you feel like that person's
Or
better.
you don't want to see the buildup of a person that you feel like in your heart, not that you created, but somebody that you slightly molded to be a better person, and then now they're showing that better person to someone else.
You know what's crazy?
Like,
You know what's crazy?
no.
What, why you just
What?
do all that?
I was just talking to the people.
Oh, somebody say that about me and you all the time.
What?
I can't believe you let her get that type of huge bar and vice versa, so I can understand where that comes from.
So they feel like they molded you?
They don't feel like they molded me. They
You
just
are?
felt like the person I am with you, I was supposed to be with them.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because I knew that when we got into this, you aren't the person that you are now.
But I'm not gonna explain that to that person. You
No,
understand what I'm saying?
no, I know. I
So
wouldn't
can
want
you
to
fix
do
your
that.
neck and put your hand down and stop talking like that?
So where does this person speak to you?
Nobody
How?
speaks to me. This was a long time ago with someone. When I first got with you, somebody told me that.
Oh.
Remember when I first got with you, I told you all the time, so I wasn't like that
No, I know.
at all. So when people would see that and hear that, nah. People was like, no. Somebody wrote, forever doesn't last forever, which is true. I don't think like that anymore. I don't think this is going to last as long as we make it last. Fuck forever. We're not gonna be alive forever. As long as me and my partner are trying to make it last, it's gonna last. The second we stop trying, it's not going to. So the moral of the story is if you keep trying and both of you guys are being productive,
Yeah.
that's it.
Being lonely. Yeah, a lot of people dislike being lonely.
Okay, this is a question. What would you do if you seen a text message in your spouse's phone saying he or she didn't have a girl or man when they clearly did, and they stopped speaking to that person, but you still don't trust them anyway?
They gotta do things for you to build that trust back, but you have to allow them to do those things. So it's like you don't trust that person, but if they're trying to show you, listen, I'm not doing this. I fucked up at that point in time. Let me fix it. Let me get it right. Let me show you that I'm doing this to get it right and make it right. You have to allow that person to do that. You have to let that person in and let that person.
I did
Give me
not
that.
expect you to say that. Yo, you got it on that one. Like you, even though like that person did tell that person that, they stopped talking to that person you said. That's a big indication that they know they fucked up. Let me get that person away from me. And they're gonna have to work on your trust. I did not expect
But
you
you
to
have to
respond
allow
like
it
that.
because there's people that will be trying to work on fixing it and building the trust again, but you not letting them in. You just on some fuck it. I still don't trust you. I don't care. Whatever you do, whatever you say, I don't believe you. This is it.
This
and
is
that's
somebody's
it.
response to that. Feed the phone to your spouse. The fuck? That's why you're gonna be in a mental asylum. Somebody wrote, and sometimes you don't want to get to know somebody else. I don't think that. I just think you're stuck on that person and you want to allow it. Not that you don't want to.
You don't want to allow yourself to get to know.
Not that you don't want
person.
to.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't wait to get over him or yo. Once I get over her son, nah. It's just
But
not the
I hope
case.
that answered your question.
Yeah, I definitely know.
If he's trying to show you that you can trust him, and he's trying to show you that it's gonna take time.
And
Like you said before,
And-
it's easier to lose the trust than it is to build it.
yes, and you gotta work on yourself too, because you saw something doing something that wasn't trustworthy. That's
But yeah,
something
if she
you.
wouldn't have did that, she wouldn't have found that.
Exactly. If you would have trusted him, and that's what I'm saying. It's a two-way street.
But she fuck around and wouldn't have did that, and
Mm-hmm.
he would have went further than just
And that's
texting.
okay. That it's a two-way street. That's all I'm saying. So whatever reasons you already had to go through his phone, fix
Y'all
those
have to
reasons
fix
too.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Fix that. It's not just that. Because clearly you have reasons why you can't trust him. You found out, and both of y'all should work on it. But that's true too, man. Shove it down their throat. Oh God.
Mika said, I didn't eat the bar.
Oh.
What? Didn't what?
Didn't what?
What you said?
I don't remember. I said a lot. Oh, she probably didn't expect you to have that response.
Oh. Oh, please, y'all. Please.
It took you a few years, but you've grown up.
Yeah. You too.
Yeah, I just think you took longer than I expected. But you
Did
did.
I?
Yeah. Because initially when we first saw you, was so mature to me at the time. But you were only mature in certain aspects. But that was me also having to learn a relationship. You knew a relationship. I didn't know that shit. Remember the second we went, I was ready to. The second we clashed, I didn't know a relationship. I understand a relationship now.
Yeah.
I'm not a rookie in a relationship no more. I knew women, I
Yeah.
knew bitches, I knew how to do all of that. I didn't know relationships. So I'm better now.
What advice can you give some of our women to have a successful relationship
Pick your battles.
from?
Pick your battles wisely. Know what you want to stand firm on and know what you're not going to stand firm on. And I say that like, yo, you should just have, like a business, I mean, like, let's just say you're doing real estate, right? If you're a realtor, you're always going to have your pros and your cons, your things you're going to stand on, period. That you're never going to budge, non-negotiables. And that's difficult to do in a relationship when your feelings are involved. So once y'all reach that relationship stage, set the tone. Wait till you're in a relationship to set these tones though. Like, yo, what I'm allowing, what I'm not allowing.
What are things you feel like, you do to keep me happy and keep me, flowing and staying with you? And all for you and only you.
Me, first thing I do is make sure I'm happy myself. And make sure I'm gonna put myself in a position where I know other women will want me. So there's no reason for you not to. And when I say that, it's not like I'm trying to please other women. No. If I know I'm getting my money up, I take care of my children, I keep myself together, I treat you with respect, I aim to please, I want to make you happy. I'm not gonna allow those things to stop just because I'm with you. I still look at you like, yo, I still might have to get you today. Every day to me is a new day. So if I made you happy yesterday, or let's say I bought you a $1,200 bag yesterday, that was yesterday. That shit don't matter no more. And I used to hold on to shit like that thinking that would help the relationship. Nah, whatever happened yesterday, happened yesterday. That shit is over. What it is today. I missed the answer to my question. Can y'all repeat it, please? You gotta hit that again. You wanna hear the question again? Okay, I'm gonna repeat the question and I'm gonna pin the comment. What would you do if you seen a text message in your spouse's phone saying he or she didn't have a girl or a man when they clearly did, and they stopped speaking to that person, but you don't trust them all the way? That's you, boo.
If y'all gonna still be together, you have to allow that person to earn the trust back. So if they're working on earning the trust, you have to allow it. You have to allow that to come in. Like, you can't just, they're working on gaining that trust, because obviously they stopped talking to the person, and you know that they stopped talking to the person. So that means that's one step right there of them trying to show you that they would like to get your trust back. But you have to allow that. You can't just you can't just have the person that you're with showing you and trying to prove to you that this is what's right, this is what's going on, this is what they're doing, trust me, and then you're not allowing it, you're not accepting it, you're not letting it in. Not saying that you have to forgive the person right away. It's two different things. You don't have to forgive right away, but allowing the trust, allowing the proof of the trust. So, because a lot of people, when they're trying to show, all right, listen, I fucked up, I made a mistake, so I'm showing you and I'm trying to do different things to show you that you can trust me, and then yet you're just like, oh, fuck it, I don't care, I still don't believe you, I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't be with that person. So you should be allowing the trust. Like, all right, there's a step right there. Okay, look, he's showing me this, so that's a step right there. All right, now look, he's showing me that, now that's a step right there, until you feel like you can trust the person again.
Right, and also you got to look at yourself too, and for what reason did you go through his phone? because you
Yeah,
didn't
so
trust him.
whatever you
So whatever
obviously
led
didn't trust
you
him
up to
prior
that
to.
is something y'all both gotta work on.
Right.
That's a big thing people don't like to do too. I used to be the type of person, yo, if I go on your phone and find some shit, I can't say nothing about it. Because I came about that information incorrectly. Or I gotta
Again,
hold
I
that
feel
in.
like in a relationship, when you find out that your spouse is cheating or doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable, that you should speak on it, because people are going to take advantage. People are going to continue to do what you allow. So if you nip it in the butt and stop it, then it can be stopped. It can be fixed. People, you see some shit in your spouse's phone and you don't like it, or some cheating, or they just talking and texting and you don't say nothing about it, guess what? They're gonna continue to talk and continue to text, and then it might go from there and lead to something or something else. So speak on it, say something about it. So it's a good thing that you did approach that situation, but also, speak on it.
I wasn't going through his phone. I was playing a game on it and popped up. That's why you can play games on your phone.
No, maybe she didn't have a phone at the moment.
Oh, okay. Then use the computer.
No,
Use
maybe
the
she don't have a
tablet.
computer. No, she was playing a game on a goddamn man's phone.
Okay. Don't play a game on his phone.
She could play all the games on his phone. Obviously, he's cool with that.
Okay. I'm just. You asked what would you do? One of the steps I would take. I'm no longer gonna play games on your phone. That's me. You don't have to agree. I'm just saying.
Girl,
certain
continue
steps.
to play games on his phone, because if some other shit pop up, you don't know what you need to do. Like the previous person said, feed him the fucking phone.
Not me. If I snoop, I'm blowing it up. I don't care how I found out.
Exactly.
I don't. It depends, man. There's many times where I saw stuff.
Y'all
and I held
let
it
Wayne
in.
please. Y'all didn't kill
There
me.
we go. I didn't say I do it all the time, but there were many times when I peeped, and I was like, I ain't.
I feel like speak on it, because if you don't speak on it, then it's like how, you know what I mean? Like, again, the people do what you allow. Like, if you don't speak on a situation, then a motherfucker's gonna keep doing what they're gonna do.
See, I had a phone, but I wanted to play a certain game on his phone. A certain game you could have downloaded to your phone. Am I right?
I don't know what type of game it was. Maybe she didn't have no more space on her phone.
See, this is the ridiculousness I speak of. All I'm saying is, the same way you found out or you came about that information and it bothered you, change your approach completely. That's all I'm saying.
Once you trust the person again. So once you trust them again, then I guess try to find
That's all I'm saying. No
way.
phone, no computer, no tablet. Come on now. Exactly. It's 2019.
I'm just making excuses.
You can speak, but does it change anything? It can lead to change. At the end of the day, if that person doesn't want to change,
then they're not going to change. That's a fact. But again, like I said, people only do what you allow. So for instance, me personally, I know a lot of women that they man fuck up and do certain shit, and they don't even speak on it at all. I'm not saying nothing to him, but you want to vent to a friend. Like, no, say something to him so that he can know, like, she knows. So shit, I'm caught. So I need to stop. Like, if you don't speak on it at all, I feel like it's not going to change.
Yeah, I used to have a type of woman that I used to just do whatever I wanted to, and there was never no repercussion. So
yeah, like if you
don't, shut up, right? I don't feel like so right now.
Right.
Well, yeah, I've been there. Somebody wrote, and if you feel like you can't move on from what you've seen or something they did, it's time to go, because you'll always hold that in the back of your head. That's true. Like, so, but you gotta really take your time and think: can I get over this? If you don't feel like you can, let that be known. Like, yo, this is gonna take some time. This might be rocky, but if you feel like you can't get over it, and it's going to be a problem, that's the big key.
Yeah.
Because it's some shit you just never gonna be able to get over.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
But, and it doesn't have to be detrimental.
No, but will you make it a problem? It's certain shit I know me and Tia never gonna get over from the past, period. Okay, but are we making that an issue now? Nah, I'm gonna take that L. That's always gonna bother me. I'm always gonna get angry when I think about that, but I'm not gonna focus on that. You gotta decide what you want to do with that.
Excuses
Somebody will
just
speak on it.
Yeah, that was me.
Just about bullshit.
I was, yeah.
She know. But he knew I was mad when I saw it, and at first I didn't say nothing, but he kept asking me what's wrong, and then I finally said something. I'm not trying to side with the man, but if he's asking you what's wrong, he might want to know how he fucked up to fix it. Because a motherfucker could just, you got an attitude, you don't want to say nothing? Okay. Real stuff. I'm not siding with him. I'm saying if he's asking you, he might really want to try to fix it. And like, yo, certain niggas is gonna mess up, bro. Like, and I'm not saying it's cool. Like, he might have been talking to that chick, just chatting. A man could do so much lying to another chick, but y'all just take it as, I can't believe it. He might just be chatting. And it didn't work. He got caught. I'm not playing with her. Like, yeah, said I was chatting. Now, yeah, I was lying saying that. I want to see what was up now, and nothing was up.
Mhm.
You shut it down, baby. What we gotta do
Right.
now? I'm just saying, you have to.
Right.
That might be an option. If you go looking for something, you're gonna find, no matter how small it be.
That's
Yep.
true. That's true.
And what you turn that into is what it's gonna be.
Mhm.
Something big could be small, or something small could be big. You
Read
know,
that other one.
eat. I'm going to. I'm just gonna say you're gonna eat all of it.
No, it's a lot. It's a whole roll.
Some people drag hidden feelings for years, even if they claim they do anyway. That is the truth. That is the truth.
You felt that?
I used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not say something, but act on that for not more so in like a mean way. Now, like doing stuff, just more so chill, get the fuck out of here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even gotta say nothing. Nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I hear you.
Yeah,
Trust me. That's why I ain't here home.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I know. You could stop eating up all the Oreos.
I'm not eating up Oreo.
Facts, closed mouths don't get fed. That is
Exactly.
true. Sidebar. Boy, you got my godson wild face right now. What face that?
Oh, face right now.
Get the hell out of here, man. But no, like, yeah, man. If you don't trust your spouse or you're not trying to trust, because even if you don't trust that person, if you're trying and that person is not giving you reasons to show that they're distrustworthy, make it work.
And then to me, is respect as well. Like, respect plays a major part. Appreciation, because
How do you show somebody you appreciate them?
when you value a person, that shit comes natural. When you don't value a person, it's hard to show them you appreciate them. So, like, for instance, with me, I show you my appreciation. You like eating. So I randomly will take your ass to Benihana's because I know you love their steak.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's just me showing you that I appreciate you. Or just
How do
buying you some
how
shit
do-
that I know for a fact you wanted.
How do you feel? I show you I appreciate you.
All right, for one, I'm not going to mention that one.
Why
For
not?
two, because it's sexually.
Oh, okay. Alright. I thought we wasn't doing a holding back though. I'm just saying.
The way you've learned to eat my pussy.
You could say just
Oh,
oral
wait.
sex.
Oh, wait, so we went from not holding back to me saying what I should say?
No, I'm just saying. Like you can so vulgar sometimes. Like, this is gonna be on
You
YouTube.
just said.
I said not holding back. I didn't say, damn, son, let's not just get butt ass naked.
Alright, sorry. You went from not doing that, well, saying that you don't do that, to not doing it so well.
Saying,
when
but I wasn't like I didn't.
No, I'm not
Oh,
just
okay.
telling you how it went. And then to you actually doing it and it was cool and I respected the fact that you don't do it and it was like, alright. So you actually learning different types of ways to doing it amazing just the three.
Okay.
To doing it like that. So that showed me that you appreciate me. You appreciated you wanted to figure out how to learn how to do something that you know that I like.
Mm.
So that was a form of showing or when we have an argument and you run into a store for something else and come out with a fucking rose.
Alright, that's enough. So somebody wrote, women got worse fuck ups than men. We just fuck up. We don't fuck up as often. I think that person meant to say. I always thought that was true. I did, like, as you get older, you know women do exactly what men do. Y'all just do it better because y'all women.
I was about to say, I feel like it's the same shit. Like the same way y'all men could fuck up, us women could fuck up as well. It just hurts y'all more because y'all feel like us as women, we could get over shit and we could handle shit better, and men just don't want to feel or see or know about that type of shit.
Yo, somebody wrote something. Somebody wrote a sweet text. I don't agree with that.
To show your appreciation?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Why not?
Because, like, see, I'm about to give you some game. I could write anything through a text. I could send you the same text I sent 4 other women in the morning, at nighttime, and it could sound beautiful. But you can take that text any way you read it. If I didn't tell you that, I could text you anything. Like, one of the ways I used to get over so much is I didn't have to talk. If I could leave room for interpretation, I can have you thinking one way and not feeling that way at all. So I don't believe like those texts. I mean, those things are appreciated, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather you, instead of doing that, tell it to me when you see me.
He always says that. Like, if I text him,
I don't really believe that text.
when I be at work, I be like, I miss you. And he be like, hi, well, why you miss me, Shatia? Like, why?
Because how many times you wrote, yeah, I miss you too, when you didn't miss somebody?
Remember I used to tell you that?
What?
Like when I used to text you like I miss you,
Mm-hmm.
and you used to be like I miss you too, and I used to be like don't tell me that if you were me. It was in the very beginning of us.
Yeah, but there was many times before or I just wouldn't respond. Not to you, but I'm just saying, like to me, that texting stuff is it's no good when I want to get past it. If you really want to get deep or something, instead of you texting that, tell me that right now. Let's see if somebody can really do that. Tell me how you feel right now. Don't text it to me. I bet you can see who really feel that way. When you take the time out to do little sweet things, what do y'all consider sweet?
I just told you like how we would have an argument,
That's
and
you.
you would run in the store and go get like a
That's
rose.
you. But I know there's certain type of women that don't care for shit like that. That's why you have to know your spouse. I know the type of people like, what the fuck is a rose?
Cards. I love like little like walks in the park when we do shit like that. I love shit like that. You know I love like little cheesy shit.
See? That's kind of
But yeah, like what is little sweet things? What do y'all feel like is little sweet things?
Women are like cats. You never step in a cat shit. Men are like dogs. Everybody step in dog shit. That is a great analogy.
We gotta listen to her podcast.
Yo, I'm about to. Women are like cats. You never step in cat shit. That is true. But you can smell it, and you'll sooner or later have to clean it. But men are like dogs. Everybody step in dog shit. That is the truth. But you can see that dog shit from a mile away, so you don't have to step in it. I like that one. That's some real shit.
I love that.
Seeing how y'all been together for a minute, how y'all deal with old corpse trying to resurrect. That's true. But I mean, like, yo, if you with somebody that's attractive, they're gonna always have fans, son. Period. Like, I don't understand how people get with somebody that's attractive, or you know they're in
and don't expect people to want them.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like, bitches be staring in his face and everything while I'm with him.
Here we go.
And it don't make me go dumb, like, or go crazy. Or
That's
be
the
like,
same. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy if dudes try to, like, not disrespectfully try to talk to you, or they'll call over for you, and I'll just look, or we in a party, you can tell, and you brushing somebody off. What I'm going crazy for? You already made the choice. What nigga you want? What man you want to be with?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a certain level of disrespect that you just not gonna tolerate. But I mean, I'm already prepared for that, and you should be too. You should always be prepared for the exes to try to come and fuck up y'all shit. That's always going to happen. Keep your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
So where they can't fuck it up. And if you...
I feel like it's always gonna be like that. That's why I also make it my business to have sex with Bob the way I have sex with him. Suck him off the way I suck him off. Like, spend money the way I spend money. Buy him things. Like, all type. I try to make sure I do a little bit of everything because I know he's definitely still gonna have his ex bitches or other bitches just trying to get him or feel like, oh, you don't need her. She's not good for you, or just whatever. It's always gonna be like that. Period.
Where did that come from? You just went to 10.
Because I know your ex bitches. If they gotta go through other people to get something to your ear, they will. I ain't playing with none of them bitches.
Somebody wrote, question. I'm waiting on that question. Little things like coming home and having your favorite snacks. Yo! Yo! Like, as you get older, I think you get more simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like, son.
Nah, that was it.
When Tia come home and them pretzels is there.
Yo.
What?
Like, especially when I have a long fucking day. Or about to get hit by a fucking car.
Yo.
And my pretzels is sitting right there on the table.
Yo. Or that your favorite juice there.
Yeah.
Or we get the food, you know, that's gonna hit the spot.
Or when I be like, let's just go to Family Dollar and get like a bunch of snacks.
That's
like
a fact. That's a fact. You get whatever snack I want.
Yeah.
I feel like a big ass kid.
Yeah, like whatever snack I want.
I get
See,
whatever
you
snack
sure?
I want.
Alright.
Stuff like that makes me happy though.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the little things, man.
No, it is. That's a fact. Go off, sis. Exactly.
Little things go off, sis. Cracks door open more than what they appear. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta start asking yourself why you wanna crack these doors. And that's what I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people don't be saying that. Like, yo, yeah, I had to do this, or I found this out because of this. Alright, whatever's causing you to make you want to find those things out, fix that first. Before y'all can even fix what you saw, fix that.
No,
that's real. Like, fix yourself. So if you can't trust that person that's causing you to do that, maybe you don't need to be with that person. Maybe you need to tell that person the thing that's causing those cracked doors or causing you to peep. It's not just what it is, yo. It's what you do to lead up to it. Just make sure my show's recorded, please. We will definitely do that. I gotta watch that. Man.
Yeah.
That shit makes me happy too. Somebody asked a question. What if you're dating someone, something serious happens, and y'all sit down and have a serious convo, and you realize that they should have been a close friend because of the advice they give? What would you do?
They're gonna be my friend from that point on. I'm going to let them know at that point in time, at that moment, with that advice that they gave me, that made me feel like, you know, this shouldn't be a relationship. This should be more of a friendship.
But you know what I gotta say about that? You already knew that. You already having those discussions to try to get somebody's perspective from a friendship point of view, because you want to see if it will be different than their own personal point of view towards you.
Or what that could have been was just speaking to that person on like, oh, we're in a relationship, I'm comfortable with speaking to you about some shit, and then you tell me some shit that I didn't expect you to tell me, but it was real shit coming from you, and that would make me feel like, oh, you feel like that about me?
That's you.
Like, oh, we need to be friends then. Like, you don't know how that conversation could have came about. But if that conversation makes you feel like that person should have been your friend, then you need to make that person your friend, period.
Yeah, man.
Period. Because me and you have plenty of conversations where I ask you for advice on X, Y, and Z,
and I tell you the truth, whether you like it or not.
You tell me the truth, but you never made me feel like we should just be friends. Like, or we would be better off as friends. Or you spoke to me like we should be better
I can't
off
be
as
your
friends.
friend. Like, I'm not that type. If me and you don't work, we're not gonna be friends. We're not gonna be cool.
That's
I can't do that
evident.
with you. What you mean?
When we broke up.
Oh yeah, you wanted to try that. I was telling you that's not gonna work, but I tried it, and that's some mistakes I used to make. I used to do things to try to make you happy.
Your dick used to be hard. That was not just me.
But I know that. That's why I wouldn't even want to try that. That's what I'm saying. I don't do well with female friends. We can have associates, somebody you contact for money, somebody you contact for things like that, or you got to make moves with. But I don't do well with, let me call my homegirl today. How was your day today? What are we doing today? Get the fuck out of here. That don't work for me.
Yeah, that's why you don't have any.
I know that. I've never had female friends. Don't do that noise. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Thoughtful shit, that is true. I'm gonna bring you all the snacks, sis. That's a good friend, I know. She gonna bring you all the snacks, sis. That's a great friend.
Hi,
I finally
Steph.
caught you guys live. Hey, thanks, baby. But yeah, man, I think what always work is treating your spouse like you don't got them.
Exactly.
Not
That's exactly
becoming
why I just said
But
what
that's
I said.
hard because I'm not gonna lie, it's hard some days to treat you like I don't got you. When I know your shit, I know your bullshit, I know you about to start your shit, I can't treat you like you knew. But the second you not with me is when I feel like I'm good at it. The second you
But
with
that's
me,
good though, because
yeah,
like if
it
I'm
works.
like with you, if I'm with you at the moment, it's like you're
no,
right
I
here.
know
Like,
your bullshit.
so I know, right.
I know you're about to be annoying. I can't get.
Right.
But when you not with me,
It's like, damn, I missed that shit.
yeah. How can I keep
Like,
that?
where's she
going?
at? What's she doing?
Or I just tell myself like,
Because I
yo,
feel like that about you.
every time you wasn't confident, you got your feelings hurt. I'm never not gonna be confident ever again in my life.
I agree with that.
Every time I thought I wasn't confident, I allowed myself to do corny shit, got my feelings hurt. I am never not being confident. Ever
But
again
I
in my
agree with
fucking
that.
life.
Like for me too, like as a woman,
Ever.
like whenever I felt like I didn't look pretty or I didn't feel like confident enough, like for me, you know, you just tend to get your feelings hurt doing shit like that. So you gotta keep your confidence
that's why I
up.
keep
Your
my shit up
self-esteem has
first.
to stay high.
Before I could focus on her, first
And
thing
a lot
I
of
do
people,
is
but
focus
a
on
lot of, I don't know how men do because he don't do it, but a lot of people get comfortable in a relationship and start walking around all crazy. Like I know I be in the house looking crazy, but then I also that same type of day I will probably,
throw
you know,
some booty
fix
shorts.
up right.
Right. All right.
You get what I'm saying? Like people be outside wearing grandma gowns with the head bonnets
Grandma
on,
gowns.
like you know, looking crazy, and it's like you can't really do that all the time.
Somebody
if
wrote,
mine
what if
did?
mine did? I'm not sure what that means. Can you, Crystal, if you could finish that? What if mine did? If you could elaborate on that. But yeah. But definitely, what?
I said you didn't have to repeat it anymore.
Oh, but yeah, definitely. Keep your shit
But
up,
yeah,
man.
do what you. That's what I said in the beginning. Do what you can to keep the relationship afloat. Like keep it going. Like don't allow the relationship to get boring. Don't do stuff to get it. Like we have our days where we'll pick a day, and we'll watch a series of like a good show on Netflix. We make sure we got all the snacks ready. The kids are set and ready to go. And we're gonna sit and we're gonna watch a couple episodes and we're gonna catch up. We also have our days where we're gonna pick, like most of our Sundays, we will go out to eat. If we don't go out to eat and not cook, we're gonna sit at the table and eat like a family. We are not
I hate that.
going in there eating somewhere, that person going to eat somewhere here. No, we're gonna sit at the table and eat. What you hate?
That, because I didn't grow up like that.
Sitting at the table eating?
Yeah, like when my nana was alive, we did that. But more so, I always want so. Everybody get their food. I'm sit over here. I'm sit over here.
Sit on
Eat.
the
You
floor,
good?
on the
Sit
bed,
back.
the room.
Yeah, we never
No,
really
we're
did
sitting
that.
at the table
so
and
that's
eat.
Mm-mm.
We also go out to eat. We pick a place and we go out to eat, things like that.
All right, so we got a question. What if my significant other did something that bothers me? That bothers me, and I want to speak on it, but they don't want to speak on it because they feel like it's going to lead to an argument. Y'all have to speak on that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's bothering you to the point where you need some type of explanation, it has to be spoken on. And I feel like personally, if somebody don't want to speak on it, it's a reason why.
Mm-hmm. If this is what I would suggest. If the person don't want to speak on it because it's going to lead to an argument, what I am going to suggest, if you're in the relationship with that spouse, so don't speak on it, but you're going to listen to me. This is what's the issue. This is how I feel. This is what's going on. And you don't want to speak about it because it's going to lead to an argument, but I'm going to put everything out on the table and I'm going to explain everything to you. And from this point on, I will be quiet. And then you can talk. If you feel like you want to talk, then you talk. If you feel like you don't want to talk today, you don't have to talk today. But eventually, you're going to talk because I'm going to explain to you how I feel. So that's something like that I will do. I will put everything out on the table. You feel like it's going to be an argument, so you don't want to talk about it right now. You don't have to talk about it right now. But I need you to know and thoroughly understand how I feel. Period.
And just don't be angry or combative when he still don't want to talk.
Right.
That's.
But at least get it out.
I agree with that though. I think.
Like you don't have to
that's
talk, but
intelligent.
you're gonna listen to me though, because you need to understand how I feel. Like it's not gonna work if you feel a way about some shit and y'all don't ever get to talk about it or y'all don't speak about it. That shit like that don't work.
But that's why I say too, I had to learn that in a relationship. You have to communicate.
Because if you don't communicate, you don't know, and it be space and room for so much other shit to go on. Because, for instance, he could be shutting down because of some shit that he went through with his family, a friend, or whatever, and I could be thinking it's me, and I'm just here stuck like, well, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do anything. You get what I'm saying? So, no, that was an example. So, it's like, you need that communication.
That is true. Somebody wrote facts, communication, and honesty is key. If it don't work for y'all, don't need to be together.
Exactly.
That's true. But I always say that though. Like, just get your point across, and you can make your decision off how that person reacts, whether it be verbal or non-verbal. So he might not say shit, but change everything through his actions.
Right.
Right? Because
Mm-hmm.
he might have heard you didn't want to talk.
Like you said your piece, you
and
made
he
your
didn't say
point,
nothing, but his
and it's like he could
actions
agree, but he
you.
already said that he don't want to talk about it. So now he, being stern on the fact that he don't want to talk about it, and then that's that. But he could show you like, alright, she felt the way about this. I'm gonna make sure that don't happen no more. Yeah.
You can get it out, but you don't want to feel like you're talking to a wall. That hurts too.
It
Yeah,
does.
but it hurts more with you not thinking that person never heard you anyway.
Exactly.
So sometimes you just gotta eat what's gonna hurt. Like sometimes I might be holding in something that hurt me, but it will hurt me
to me,
more
that
to tell
comes
you.
with dealing with flaws. That can be a flaw that the person have to where they don't want to talk about some shit because it could lead to an argument. You get what I'm saying? Because maybe prior relationship they might have had that issue. And it's like, okay, cool. If that's how you feel and I love you, baby, I want this shit to work, cool. But you're gonna hear what I have to say. Because I need people to understand that. They feel like, oh, if your spouse don't want to talk, then now you don't want to talk about it, and now that shit is fucking with your head, and it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to feel like that. Like, just because your spouse don't want to talk about it doesn't mean that you don't have to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it, and you're going to listen.
Or write them a letter.
Write a letter.
Find a different way to communicate.
Yeah.
When we used to work with Tia, I used to make her turn herself over, and we used to sit back to back and talk.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can't try to smack me, you can't yell, I don't see your frustrations, I just hear you. Try that. Sit back to back with each other and just talk.
Yep.
That way you're not basing off of emotions and seeing how people move, you just really listening.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see what that person's doing. You can only hear them.
Cause me, like sometimes we'll talk and then he'll be talking or he'll probably be explaining himself and then do like a certain type of face expression.
And she shut down.
Yeah.
What are you doing this for?
Well, what the fuck you did that for? So it just didn't work.
Or I'll be like this. See, this is why I don't talk to you, because you get a whole... Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
so it's best to do that. Like the back to back thing, that shit is lit.
That
It
works
It helped.
because you
Yeah.
have to listen.
Yeah.
Or I know people that do something where like, yo, whoever got this could speak. If I'm
Mhm.
holding this, you can't talk. You gotta listen.
Yeah.
That really helps. You get angry. I hate that shit. Because there's times when I feel like, you're saying something, but it's not right. Let me throw this in. That's not cool though.
And that's the one thing about that. When trying to communicate, you have to. I know, like people like me, I need to speak on something right then and there. Like, so you said something right now.
Hold on, wait.
Right, but not to cut you off, but let me explain. You get what I'm
Nah,
saying? And that's just how I am.
Me
But
too.
no, keep that in. Hold that. Remember that. Keep in mind. If you gotta use a phone, listen. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not texting, but let me just write that down. Get you a pen and paper so you can remember everything that you need to speak on. Then you do that. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, y'all document everything else anyway, so that shouldn't be hard for you.
Right.
Because y'all will build a fucking
We
cold
have
case
more
files.
comments and stuff.
You can, but it's okay talking to without your feelings hurt. It is worse when you give people time to think on their own assumptions. That is true.
Yep, I agree with
Just
that.
don't leave that room. And somebody wrote, because idle time can be your own enemy. That is true, but that can also be a great attribute. You can also think and get yourself coordinated to find out what you want to do or how to go about things.
Yeah.
I think idle time only becomes a detriment when you're thinking negatively.
But when you're thinking about a way to fix it, or
You might need that time to yourself.
Mhm.
That depends on your maturity level. Some guys aren't mature enough to do the back-to-back thing. Then you shouldn't be with that guy.
if you're mature enough to be willing to do that, then
If you're mature enough to get into a relationship, you have to be mature enough to try something new in your relationship.
and if you don't want to try something new in your relationship, you don't need to be with that person.
Right.
Yeah, because it's just like,
I'm saying if everything is working, y'all need to try nothing new. But if shit not working,
and you're not willing to try to
Kill
do
yourself.
new things to make it work, then you don't want it to work.
Mhm.
Obviously, no, you just had it in here. Then obviously you don't want to do things to make it work.
yeah. So you got to start asking yourself if that person not mature enough. Are you mature enough to be with them, or are you
Right.
too mature for that person?
Right.
That's a great idea. The back to back is a good idea. I know. But I might turn around and smack somebody. Then obviously you're not the mature person. Come on, man. Like, yo, the reason you do the back to back so it doesn't lead to that.
Wait.
I might turn around and smack somebody. What is wrong with you? Yo, violence is not the key in a relationship.
Right.
Like, yo, when I was younger, I used to really think, son, if a chick not trying to wow on me, she don't love me. I used to really think, if she not on my back, yo, boy, I told you.
Yo, it's crazy
I
because
used
you
to feel
remember
like
like
that.
with me and you, like when I first like tried to fight you, you was holding me down. You was like, I know you love me. I know, and you was laughing, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck? I'm not a joke. Like I was so
I didn't
mad.
take you for a joke.
I didn't understand that until we actually spoke, like later on down the line, and you said that to me.
Yeah, but that was me never being in a relationship, not understanding a healthy relationship. That's not healthy. Fighting with your spouse like that is never going to be healthy. Unless y'all have a big disagreement and it's like, yo, you sure you want to fight me? Let's throw on the gloves. Let's get in the ring. I think that's the only productive way. I thought about that numerous times with you. When you be talking like you all of this and you could do this to me, boy, put on the gloves. If
So
you
let's get
swear
some
you
gloves.
so tough,
Let's get the sock and bopper
I'm gonna
gloves.
knock your ass out. That's the one
That's
time
cool.
I can hit you.
You could knock
sure?
me. Let me tell you. Let me
All
explain
right,
something
go
to
ahead.
you.
Let me put this
You
on.
could knock me out all you want,
Mhm.
but I'm going to get the fuck back up.
That's cool.
Like I need you to understand.
And I have no issue
So you
with
just gonna
getting
have to
up to
keep
get
knocking
knocked the
me
fuck
out.
out, and that's no problem with
Okay.
that.
You just know this shit not gonna be easy. This not gonna be no regular ass fight. We fuck around and go live for y'all with
Listen,
that.
I have no, but I always felt like, yo, the way you be acting and talking sometimes, you really need
Because
to
you
get the
get
gloves.
like that. Like if you get real mad, you say some shit that don't sit well with me, and it's like, who the fuck
Like
you think you
what?
talking to? You get what I'm saying? It's like that's the
But
only
why
time
do I
I be
get
feeling like
real
I
mad,
have to
mad,
talk
mad?
to you like that. I don't know.
You
Maybe some
don't
shit.
shut up, bro. You push me there. I be trying to leave you alone. You go
But
on
I'm
and
not
on.
going to shut up till I get my point across.
You will never feel you got your point across.
It's not true.
Tia, when we're arguing, you never feel like you get your point across. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you never feel like I'm listening to you. You always gonna feel like I'm trying to say some shit back, or I don't care. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Well, good thing we don't argue.
Exactly, because you fuck around and get your ass knocked out. But I'm really we can get some. See, this is what I talk about. Conversation done. I'm turning this off
Right.
because now I'm not. Don't touch me right now. Don't touch me right now. You see what I was
Alright.
doing? Did I touch you?
No.
Did I put my hands on you?
No.
So why did you put your hands on me?
I don't know. Give me a kiss.
I'm not giving you a kiss right now.
I'm sorry.
No, because I feel like chopping you right in the fucking back because you feel like playing.
All right.
But why you feel like playing?
I don't.
Where were we? I'm sorry, because she plays all day. Yeah, but whoever wrote that back-to-back stuff does work.
Yeah, it does. It definitely
Or you
does.
have to try to find a way to get your spouse to open up. Like, yo, if it's one thing Tia did with me, hey, whatever you're going through right now, do you want space? You want me here? What is it you need? You don't want to answer? I'll give you space. I'm going to do this when you get home. You tell me when you're ready to talk. So or now when I feel like I might go through something, yo, this just happened to me. Don't feel like I'm treating you no way. If I get quiet, I'm just in deep thought. I learned to communicate before it leads to that. He not talking to me. Let me talk to somebody else. He not talking to me. He talking to somebody else. Let me talk to somebody else. I don't got time for that shit no more. It's certain times I just don't want to talk.
I'm telling you.
So what? It's not the end of the
Communication
world.
is life.
But I'm going to tell you when that's going to occur so you can prepare yourself.
Communication is life. I'm
Right.
telling you.
Right.
Communication is it. Like, communication overall is it. Like, you cannot be in a relationship with no communication. I don't see that. A relationship, no communication.
But that's why I say
How
that
does
it
it
depends
work?
on the person you're with. Like, I don't feel you should be in a relationship with somebody that's not open to try new things, to try to get better. I would never come into this relationship.
All right,
this is
so
how
look,
I am. This is it.
But look, let's make this very clear. If you are in a relationship with a person just to be in a relationship with them at that moment, maybe for the sex or maybe because it's convenient for you guys at the moment, then do what the fuck y'all want to do. But if you are trying to be in a relationship and have a successful relationship, then you can take these tips and try to do different things to make it work.
Yeah, because that's so many.
Because we kept on saying that you don't need to be in a relationship with that person. That you don't need to be. We not
what type of relationship y'all in?
Right. Whatever
That's
type
true.
of relationship you're in, and whatever type of relationship you're trying to keep going, then you do that.
Right, but I'm only going to give you advice from
To have a successful
point of view.
relationship.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm not in a relationship just for sex. I'm not fucking with this person just because it's cool right now.
Right.
I can't give you that advice.
So when we tell you guys different types of things and ideas, it's so
It's
you can
stuff
have.
that worked for us.
Right.
It may not work for you. Trying something. What did we try that didn't work for us? Me, I tried to be blatantly honest with you. I cannot do that.
What you mean by that?
Like, I'm never gonna just tell you all raw facts. Period. No.
But when we didn't do that, then other
No,
things.
no. I was hiding stuff where I would only tell you partial things. I'm never just gonna give you all raw. When I say that, in my mind, you don't want to know what I think about you.
Oh, you saying like?
I'm never gonna just tell you how I'm feeling all the time. That doesn't work because I understand now. I be feeling crazy. What I be thinking in my mind is not some shit that need to be said. I'm not gonna do that.
No, I agree with that.
I
because
tried
I feel
that.
like that's
I
me too.
tried
Like
that,
if I'm
yeah.
upset with you, if I'm mad at you, the shit that I
Be
think
thinking,
at times is like, no, I'm not even gonna say
but
that.
I think like that all the time.
Why?
Because I always thought I'm always gonna think the worst first. I feel like I always had two people in me, and I got one side that does the craziness. No, give him the little small foods. You ain't making no mess in there. That I put right there. He got water and food right there. But that's what I say. I tried that. I tried telling you how I felt all the time. No, because sometimes I contradict myself with my feelings. Sometimes I feel this way. Sometimes
No,
I
I
feel
can agree with that.
that don't work for me. So what I'm saying is I tried things and some of it didn't work.
What else did we try that didn't work?
Being apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, we sincerely tried.
We tried.
But you know
not being
what, though?
together. We did. But we.
Yeah.
But the thing with that, I feel like we honestly tried that overall, but for other people.
To an extent.
It
But-
wasn't
and I
all
also-
just because
It
that's what we
wasn't, but
wanted
we
to
didn't
do.
make it easier for each other. Like, we
We
both did things to where, like, maybe this was what would be best.
Yeah.
But still, there were also other motives where, like, yo, I can fix this maybe if this
Right.
doesn't happen. So I tried that. That didn't work.
No, that didn't work. Us being separate.
I used to try to just look at you a certain way, and that don't work for me.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I used to just always put you on a pedestal. Because I loved you, I loved Tamia, the family. I've been stopped doing that shit. That shit don't work. You gotta be
Because
realistic.
people are human beings. They're going to make mistakes.
I have to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fairy tale, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Being open to the things is a huge part of communication. Yes, it is.
That's true.
But not everybody's open to it. But you see how quick a woman can say that? Y'all don't like to hear a lot of things.
But I feel like you men feel like we don't like to hear a lot of things because of maybe
Your
our
reactions.
responses to what you guys tell us. But at the end of the day, it's a part of a feeling. Like we get hurt. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't mean that we don't want y'all to tell us the truth. No, we prefer the truth over a lie and then find out the truth later. That's what's more difficult. He did that?
She did that.
I was trying to.
He ain't do that.
I was trying to.
He ain't do that.
I know, cause he's over here getting me mad.
Here we go. You'll be all right. Now she's dying. Get out of here. Ain't no
But-
school.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, a lot of men feel that, oh, okay, now I'm not going to tell her this, or I'm not going to be blatantly honest about this or that because, you know, she's
Nobody
going to feel away,
wanna-
or or something, you know what I mean? Opposed to just trying it or letting us know, listen, like, I want to be honest with you about some shit, but I don't know how you're going to react to it.
Okay.
You could do that,
Okay.
opposed to assuming that we gonna react crazy or it's gonna be a situation, because you do have some women that'll just be hurt and be like, you know what? Thank you for letting me know this is not it for me.
Okay.
This right here is not gonna work for me.
Okay.
Like,
And
people
you
don't
got
be
the
trying
other
to try
crazy
shit like
retardeds that go from 0 to 1,000 and this
You
and
do,
this.
but again,
But
you
that's
should know
why.
your spouse. You should know your spouse. Don't do that shit if you know you're gonna have to tell her the truth and then you're gonna get that. You should know your spouse. But we're gonna wrap it up. This
Right.
is about 2 hours long. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Great chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for the insights. Your questions were extremely positive. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely check out the YouTube. Please subscribe. Put the notification. Tia and Boss Speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, comment, share it, please. Not just on Facebook. Next week's topic:
Will be-
smacking butt cheeks. I'm joking. Figure it out. I don't know what it is yet. Whatever she decides. But
Well, this
definitely
week was
please.
supposed to have been finances, but
Yeah, I just be feeling like some people not even near yet, so to go in depth about like 1031s and filing LLCs and getting into that, that'll turn more into a segment where we won't get a lot of interaction. That's my opinion. I could be
no,
wrong.
I agree. A lot of people like this stuff that they can relate to.
Yeah, that's why I said I think what we
I
discuss
personally
is
feel like now at our age as well, a lot of people are trying to be in relationships and
That
make them work.
yeah, I think we're at
A
the
lot
age
of people
now
are
like
not trying to play anymore
Yeah.
or play different types
like
of
yo, if you
games
getting close to
anymore.
30 and you still out here trying to hump everything, walking and lie to your lady and have different grow up, bro.
Or just be
or just
single
be
and
real. Like,
just-
yo, I'm
right,
not that type of
right.
man.
Exactly.
I don't need a relationship.
Exactly.
That's my whole thing. But if you still in a relationship and you talking to other, I'm talking about aggressively approaching them.
Approaching other women.
Yeah, like I know dudes that's in full blown relationships. Yo, hold on, love, slow down. I just can't. I just can't.
feel like
I've never
if
been that
you're
type
still,
anyway.
If you're close to 30 or about to be 30 or you are 30 and you are still doing things like that, then you need to reevaluate yourself.
Or be
You
single.
just be single and keep it honest all around. Or if you're gonna be in a relationship, keep it honest. And that woman that you're trying to hardly approach, keep it honest with that person. Listen, I do got a lady at home, but you real attractive. I don't know. I don't even know where I want this to go. I just want to talk to you because you real attractive. Like, keep it above.
Or they might
Period.
try to talk to you.
And they might be interested in that. There's
And
a
you
lot of
might gotta
women,
be like, yo.
like I mentioned before, there is a lot of women that like to be side bitches because they do not want to have, like, the commitment. They don't want
Never met
to
one.
have.
I've never met one. I never met one that wanted to play my side. This is just me personally, and didn't want it all.
And didn't want, like, that the
They
feelings
didn't
and stuff
want
wasn't
me.
involved in them. Well, you
Didn't.
don't count.
Oh, I'm just.
But I do know a lot of women
See,
like
I
that.
don't know that.
Personally, I do know women that likes to be a side bitch. Of course, their feelings get involved, but they do keep it intact enough to where it's like, okay, cool, I don't want the commitment because a commitment with this asshole is gonna be a little too much. You know what I mean? So there is a lot of people out there like that. But anyways, I don't know what next week's topic is gonna be. We're gonna think about it. We're gonna talk on it. You guys can leave y'all suggestions here on the comments.
Or comment on the YouTube stuff when
So
y'all
we
like
can,
it and watch it. Comment what
yeah.
y'all think we should discuss, what y'all like, and just feedback. I hope that's not asking too much. Like, yo, what y'all like that we talked about, what y'all wasn't interested in.
we kind of need that.
I can't tell you how much we need that. Tell
Yeah,
me what
because
y'all
it'll
like,
help us
what
to
y'all don't
come
like.
on here and talk about what you guys would like us
Yeah.
to talk about.
Because there's only so much we can discuss without giving all of our personal business.
Right.
Y'all gotta put it like where y'all feel like y'all might need some type of.
And I see that a lot of you guys tune in here on the Facebook Live, but nobody really tunes in on the YouTube. I don't
Which, yeah.
know,
Don't matter. Just
why,
watch the
but
YouTube.
Yeah, at least
Just
click
watch
on it,
the
watch
YouTube.
it. Also give your suggestions on there or on here what you liked about the video, like he just said, and
yeah. But I definitely like the people that respond with comments of scenarios, and then when we explain, give their opinion. That type of interaction is what I like about the live. So when y'all be asking questions,
it makes us want to do it more.
or y'all agree with my point of view or Tia's point of view, or you don't agree, that's what we live for.
We like the criticism too.
Right.
So
Right.
we don't take anything personal.
But
But,
I do, but I'm just not gonna tell y'all. I'm not gonna say a lot. I take a lot of
Oh
shit
my
personal.
God.
I just won't show you. But yes,
don't.
next week.
Yeah.
All right,
next
guys.
week. See you guys
Everyone.
later.